Good morning, guys. It's Sunday morning, 10-ish. We are headed to go see a movie. Eddie wants to see Logan, so we're gonna go watch a movie. I have had nothing to eat or drink so far today. I actually am going to go get some Starbucks to take with me into the movie. I'm going to get a grande Americano, and I brought some of my fat-free half and half. So this is 3 tablespoons of fat-free half and half for 1 Smart Point. So I will have a 1 Smart Point cup of coffee in the movie, and I also brought a banana. Talk to you later. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that everyone out there in YouTube land loves Hugh Jackman as much as I do. And it would be really cool to see how they make him fight himself. But before I give anything else away and Eddie shuts it down, just let me say that I'm a little sad right now. Anyway, I'm also starving. My stomach is eating itself from the inside out, and pretty soon there will be nothing left but a gaping hole. So we are headed to find something to eat. I have no idea what. It's gonna be a big surprise. Where are you taking me, Eddie?
Tui's.
Tui's.
Oh wait, big surprise.
He just killed the surprise. Spoiler alert, we're going to Tui's, which is just, it's a local diner, I guess, is how you would classify it. So I have no idea what I'm gonna eat, but steak and potato sounds kind of good. They also have like a really good curry clam chowder there, but I don't really feel like using the points for that. So I may go steak and potato unless something else on the menu sounds good. I'll show you what it is when we get there.
Here we are at Tui's in Alhambra. There's Julie. And Julie, what are we having for dinner or lunch today? Oh wait, it's pick your own food menu day at Tui's. So Julie, what did you want?
Everything that wasn't on the menu. Okay, so that lunch was not what I expected. I was hoping for steak and potato. Number one, they just redid their entire menu. No steak at all on the menu. Number two, I asked for a baked potato. No baked potatoes before 4 p.m. So I made do. I chose, there were a lot of options. I seriously had a hard time choosing. I usually know exactly what I want before I go to a place, so this was a little bit different for me, and I feel really bad for the waitress because I asked her a bunch of questions. I said, instead of this, can we do that? Please leave off the dressing, leave off the oil, no sauteed, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up with the salmon meal with mashed potatoes. The salmon came with an olive oil tarragon something dressing, so I requested them to leave the dressing off. I counted it for 5 ounces of salmon for 5 Smart Points. It also came with mashed potatoes. I asked for a baked potato and no dice, so I got mashed potatoes. I expected to get about a half a cup of mashed potatoes for 4 Smart Points, and they gave a pretty big serving, so I ended up counting 1 cup of mashed potatoes, and I think that was 8 Smart Points. And then it also came with sauteed spinach, and I figured that the sauteed spinach would have too much oil, so I requested some other vegetable, and she said we have grilled asparagus. So the grilled asparagus came out and it looked a little bit shiny, like it had some oil on it, so I still counted 1 point for a teaspoon of oil anyway. So then with the salad and the soup, I initially wanted salad, but then it was cold and rainy outside, so when she came back, I said, I'm so sorry, can I get the chicken noodle soup instead? Chicken noodle soup for 1 cup is only 3 Smart Points, so I didn't think that was too terrible. And then it also came with a dinner roll, which is 5 Smart Points, so that was a little hefty. So that was my lunch slash dinner. It's actually almost 7 o'clock right now, and I'm still, not hungry. So I also had some wine with that. I don't know what the total is on that. 5 and 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22. 22 points without the wine. So It was a little more than I expected for lunch, but it was very good. And since I'd only had one Smart Point up until then, I was okay with that. So we did a few errands. We are now back at home, and I wanted to show you guys a little mini grocery haul. I can't remember if I told you, but a few weeks back I was trying to do grocery shopping just once every 2 weeks because I thought that it might save some money. What I found was that I have a tendency to stock up if I think that I can't go somewhere for a while. So rather than saving money, I was actually overbuying things because I was worried that I wouldn't get to buy something for a while. So I was buying actually more than I needed for 2 weeks, and Eddie was like, this is not saving you any money. So I decided to go back to buying groceries every week and buying just a little bit because that's what seems to work. So I'm going to show you what I have for this week. There's not a lot at all, actually, for 2 reasons. Number one, because obviously it's just for me, for my lunches and stuff for 1 week. And number two, because I am really having some stomach problems. So I'm going to try and keep things really minimal and really basic this week to try and fix my stomach problems. So I'll try to explain that as I go along. I'm not going to do the major lunch prep like I did last week, simply because I really want to really think about everything that I eat before I eat it. So I don't want to prepare a whole bunch of things and then feel like I have to eat it, and then it throws my stomach off and yada yada. So I'm basically going to try and cut out all fresh fruits and vegetables except for bananas, because I think bananas are fine on my stomach. No dairy, no coffee. I think basically like a basic kind of blandish chicken and rice diet, except I will have my wraps and my turkey, and oatmeal and bananas. So it's going to be really boring this week, but hopefully if it helps get my stomach kind of cleared out and back on track, that's my goal. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be tough for me, but let me show you what I got at the store. Okay, first of all, I got more of the Silk almond milk, the 30-calorie almond milk. I think I use the Silk and the Blue Diamond almond milk. I really like the flavor. Someone suggested that I use almond milk in coffee, and I've tried that, but like every time I put it in coffee, I don't know if it chemically changes when you heat it or what, but it tastes gross to me in coffee. Like, it doesn't taste like almond milk, and the coffee doesn't taste like coffee. So I really do not like this in my coffee. So I got this to put in maybe some rice dishes this week, but primarily in my oatmeal. So this is half a cup is 0 Smart Points, and a full cup is only 1 Smart Point. Then I got my regular Deli Fresh turkey breast that I use for my wraps. This is 5 slices for 0 Smart Points, and 6, I'm not sure how many you can have for 1 Smart Point. I usually just do 5 slices on my wraps, but I think this week, because this will literally probably be the only thing on my wrap, I'm probably going to go ahead and do a full point worth of turkey breast. So I will probably have a lot more protein on that wrap, so it may be more filling, hopefully. I don't know, it depends on what else I'm eating for the day. I may bump it up, but I might keep it at 5 slices. We'll see. I bought this fruit tea sampler because I'm going to replace the coffee this week with tea, which is really going to suck. But I'm not really that much of a tea drinker. I'll drink it occasionally, but it just mostly tastes like flavored water to me. But I know I'm going to want something in the morning on the way to work. So this is what I'm going to try instead of coffee, and that of course is 0 Smart Points. Because it's herbal tea instead of caffeinated or black tea, I think it should be easy on my stomach. I got this coconut oil. I'm actually not going to eat this at all. I was doing some research this weekend on essential oils, and I read that grapefruit or citrus essential oils can be an appetite suppressant. So I actually got some grapefruit oil, essential oil, and I'm going to mix it with this coconut oil. The coconut oil is the carrier oil. So you mix them together, and then you can use it on your hands as a lotion, and you kind of smell it, I guess, and It helps with appetite suppressant. So I kind of want to try that in the evenings when I get really kind of weirdly snacky. So that's why I got the coconut oil. I'm not going to eat that, so no points there. This nutmeg and the cornstarch I got for a recipe I'm going to make. It's called Scoopable Apple Pie. It's a Hungry Girl recipe, and Anne from Anne Tracks Bites actually recommended that to me. She said it's really, really good, so I'm super excited to try that recipe. I know that it's going to have apples, and from the research I've been doing on my stomach, I know I have found that apples and pears are hard on your stomach and can produce a lot of gas and indigestion. So my thinking is that if I cook them, this recipe calls to have them cooked. So I think if I cook them, they should be okay on my stomach. That is my hope anyway. So 8 of these apples are for the Scoopable Apple Pie recipe. And I'm going to try and do a cook with me video. It may be pretty short and pretty boring because it's a crock pot recipe, but I think a lot of people will really like it because it sounds super delicious. So that's what the apples are for. I got bananas because I will probably just be eating bananas and unsweetened applesauce this week as my fruits, because the bananas I already know go pretty well in my stomach. They don't seem to cause any problems. And then unsweetened applesauce is generally a good option for people who have stomach problems as well because it's cooked apples. So I got some regular bananas, some lighter yellow ones to have in the next couple days, and then some green ones. These were actually priced different, which I've never seen before. The yellower ones, the more ripe ones, were 59 cents a pound, and the green ones were 69 cents a pound. So I'll just leave these out for a while. I actually prefer them more on the green side, but not this green. So I also got this gum. I only got this because it's on clearance for 50% off, and it sounds really good. It's the Girl Scout cookie flavors. So the caramel coconut, which is the, I think they're called tagalongs. That's the tagalong flavor, and then the thin mints. So I hope these are really good, but I'm not actually going to try these this week because I also have read that chewing gum produces air bubbles in your stomach. So I'm going to skip out on the gum for a week at least. And then the only other thing I got are these onions, and I'm going to make the rice porridge again this week. I'm going to make a very large batch, so I will probably do a cook with me video on that as well because I love that soup. It's so good, and it should be really, really comforting on my stomach. And I'm probably going to use, I don't know if I'll use both bunches in the soup. It depends on how much soup it makes in the end after it cooks down, but that's what the onions are for. And that's literally all I bought today. Okay, you guys know that I almost never cook. Eddie makes most of our food. I do make my breakfast and lunches for work, but for the most part, I don't really cook anymore. I feel like I did my time cooking when I had my kids. I cooked enough then, and I don't really enjoy cooking anymore. So, however, tonight I've got a few things going on in the kitchen that have been keeping me pretty busy. So let me give you a sneak peek, and I'll tell you we're actually doing 3 different cook with me videos tonight. So look for those. They will hopefully be up tomorrow along with this video as well. So we got some good stuff cooking in the kitchen tonight. So first of all, I've got my congee here, which is the rice porridge that I love. This has been cooking for quite a while. It does take a long time for the water to simmer down a bit to make it nice and thick and creamy. So this has been cooking for a while, and it's almost, it's 9 o'clock now. So I'm hoping that it finishes soon because I really want to have a little bit of this for a late dinner. I haven't had anything since the salmon meal, so hopefully this will be done soon. That's what we've got going on here. Over here in the rice cooker, we have some rice pudding. This just barely started, so it looks a lot like liquid. Cinnamon liquid. Anyway, that's going to be rice pudding for some snacks for me this week. And then over here in the slow cooker, I have a Hungry Girl recipe. It's called Scoopable Apple Pie. So this is actually a 0 points recipe, so I'm super excited to try that. And all of these things I'm having with my, I I don't know if you call it the elimination diet, but I'm just trying to really clear out my system and help my stomach recover from whatever kind of bug or bacteria or whatever is causing a problem. So all of these things should be pretty easy on my stomach, but I hope something finishes soon because I'm getting a little hungry. Okay guys, my rice porridge cooking, my congee is actually finally done, and I got 8 cups out of the pot. These are my jars for work. I'm going to be taking this for my lunch at work this week. And then over here is my 1 portion for dinner tonight. So this is 3 smart points I'm having of congee, and then 7 points of wine. That is my mini dinner. Okay guys, here is the rice pudding that Eddie made. Oh my gosh, so good. I'm going to be having this for breakfast this week. This is 3 smart points for half a cup, so I'm going to need to watch my points on this. I will probably alternate a half a cup of this with my oatmeal on, so like oatmeal Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then maybe this on Tuesday and Thursday, but this is so good. So this is Eddie's rice pudding, and I'm going to have another bite right now. Okay, here's my rice pudding jars for the week. I will probably alternate rice pudding with oatmeal for breakfast. These jars are one cup jars, so I mean, I feel like they're not all the way full. These are supposed to be half cup servings, like if we pack them down. But what I will probably do is when I heat these up at work, I will probably add a little bit of almond milk to them. So that's how I like my rice pudding, is a little bit of milk, a little bit of rice, and this looks awesome. So it's after 10:30 and here we are. Who knew that making 3 cook with me videos in one night was gonna take so long?
Mine didn't take that long.
Mine took a long time.
Yours is still taking a long time.
Mine is still cooking. Who knew that filming 3 cook with me videos in one night was going to take so long? Eddie's dead. Anyway, we have one more recipe to go. The scoopable apple pie is taking forever. Like, I seriously set the crock pot to go longer, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get to sample that tonight, and maybe not. I actually painted my nails tonight this awesome color. Ooh, look how good that looks. Yeah. So my sister got me this e.l.f. The brand is called e.l.f. and it's like, she got me like 12, 15, 24, I don't know. There were like a billion colors in one pack for Christmas. So I'm not in love with the brand because I feel like it wears off way too soon. It doesn't last very long, even with the Seche Vite top coat that I use, which I swear by. It still barely lasts a week. So I'm not in love with the brand, but this color, they have some really awesome colors. Look at that. Look at my nails. Ooh, very good. Anyway, it's 10:45 and I need to go to bed, but I'm waiting for this scoopable apple pie to finish cooking. So I don't know, this is it for me for tonight, but I don't even know where my points landed for today, but tomorrow is Monday. It's a new day, and I always do so awesome. I really don't care at all about blue dots, but I almost always get a blue dot on Monday and Tuesday. Go figure. So tomorrow is a new day. I'm starting this elimination diet, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. It's basically chicken and rice for my stomach because my stomach has been having so many problems. So I will let you guys know how that goes, and of course continue to count the points, and hopefully things are better by Friday. But I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. I hope you had a great weekend. Bye.